All right, in addition to the tutorial that I posted on topic sentences and looking at the kind of language you need for those, I just wanted to remind you as well of some of the resources that you already have that might help with developing this vocabulary, and maybe you can choose a few expressions that you want to use for your writing. And these are, like I said, resources that you already have, but maybe you've forgotten about. So what we're looking at here is the writing folder in Blackboard. Okay, so there's the writing folder, and let's just scroll down and we'll find the document that I loaded here before that was called Developing Your Academic Voice. There it is. Okay, useful phrases for academic writing. So let's go ahead and click on that and open it up and just remind ourselves what's in there. If you remember, this was a document that I put on Blackboard, probably about a week or so, maybe even 2 weeks ago. And it had some useful phrases that you can use for building your awareness of academic writing, and including some common phrases that are key content words related to the topic of an essay. Okay. What I was asking you to start thinking about is what you want to do as an emerging beginning academic writer is to use writing opportunities in AE3 to practice using some of these phrases. And the more often that you use them, the quicker they become part of your lexical repertoire, which means essentially what your working vocabulary is. Okay, so that you don't have to think about these words anymore. They just become quite natural to how you speak. Well, maybe not how you speak, but definitely how you write. Okay, so let's have a look at what's down here. So there were a couple of links that you could go back and explore, but in particular I just wanted to draw your attention just to this small box here. Oops, that's kind of hard to see, isn't it? Does that help? There we go. Okay, so these are some of the phrases that you can use for argumentation. Okay, so along the similar lines, there seems to be no compelling reason to argue. So this would be when you're refuting something. The underlying argument in favor of or against something. So these are great phrases to use in your writing. Okay, so just a reminder that these are on Blackboard for you. There is quite a long list. Whoops, let's just get rid of that. As you go through this whole document. So there might be other phrases here that you can look at down here at the bottom. So a great resource for you for sure. Okay. The other one that I showed you in class, let's get rid of that one, is this one here. See if we can arrange this. Let's move that one over there so we can see what's going on here. Okay. This particular document you are going to be allowed to have during the exam. Okay, so that's important to know. Okay, so you will print this. Whoops. Okay, so I'm just going to write that up here. This will be available for use during your exam. Yay! And there's lots of really great vocabulary on here, and I just wanted to highlight some of the ones that I thought were just a little bit more common than the others, or maybe, I don't know, common, better to use for argumentation writing. Oops, can't highlight them in white. Here we go. So just pay attention to these ones. This is not to say that the ones that I'm not highlighting are not useful words, but in terms of the kinds of writing that you're doing for this course, I think these are the ones that that might serve you the best. Okay, So those are the positive ones. And then sort of negative persuasion, or when negative persuasion means talking about things that you think that you don't agree with, right? So we need to abolish the death penalty, or it's appalling how many guns are available to people in the United States, or what happened in the high school in Florida was atrocious. It was awful. Um, so these are words that you would want to use when you're really talking about how terrible the other side of your argument is. Okay, I don't know why dreadful is in here twice, but there you go. Eliminate's a good one. Okay, so those are the ones that I've highlighted there that I think are really useful for you to write down and begin to start using some of these in your repertoire for language. Okay, so let's have a look down below. See if I can get rid of this circle. I don't know if I can. Nope, that's not it. Okay, I managed to get rid of that little circle there. All right, this is the other side of that page that I gave you in the computer lab the other day. There's lots of really, really good vocabulary on here. So down here at the bottom, there's this one here. Other ways of writing where you're talking about it creates a feeling of something. So conveys, emphasizes, engenders, evokes, generates, highlights, portrays, suggests. All of these are fantastic words to show that you are arguing a point or persuading a point. They're great for adding into your topic sentences. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to show you, or just point out, I guess, and remind you of, are all the words over here. Remember these words here? Okay. In other words, or shows, other words for emphasizes, all of these, other evaluative terms. These are also really good to look at and remember to use in your writing. Okay, they can be used in topic sentences or in supporting sentences. But again, this language is what's showing that you're persuading somebody of something. And that's what you want to do. You are arguing, you are persuading, you are really trying to tell somebody in your essay what it is that you think and you believe about this particular topic, and using vocabulary effectively to convince the reader that he or she should believe the same thing. Okay, and then last place to look again is, we'll leave that there, is down here at the bottom. Okay, in the concluding sentences. This is a place where some of you have had some difficulty. You know, how do I conclude my ideas? And here is a really good way to look at some of those concluding statements. Okay. All in all this evidence points to, okay, all this leads to, all this suggests that, consequently, finally, you know those ones in conclusion. I think these ones down at the bottom, this results in, and to sum up, are expressions that you already know. Let's see, from here down. So look at these ones. These are some really good new vocabulary that you might be able to incorporate into your writing. Okay, so take some time over the next couple of days just to reread this document. See if I can make it smaller. Yep. And this one as well, right? Remember this one from the Blackboard site. Okay, so have a look at both of those, and if you have any questions on Monday during office hour, then you can let me know, and I'll come and help and explain as I can. Sorry, it's a little messy down here at the bottom here, but I'm still learning how to use this program. So hopefully that's been useful. Okay, bye for now.